ready.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market. Plenty of summer activities and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
device you want. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease. Why wait for a killer TV or audio system? I don't want to wait. Why wait for efficient new kitchen and laundry appliances? Why wait for furniture with style or a comfortable new mattress? Get it now. Why wait for an awesome new computer? Get the leading brands, the latest styles, and the hottest features, all with flexible payments you can afford. No credit needed, no hassles, and delivery is included. Everyone is approved. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease.
I don't want to wait anymore.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Are you ready? Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville. A beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities. Great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And hello, everybody. It's baseball time in Haysville. Todd Hook, along with producer, director, engineer, cameraman, and all-around smart guy, Chris Worrell, bringing you live Jayhawk League Baseball tonight. Your Aviators take on the Hayes Larks, Game 2 of 3. Larks took Game 1 last night 15-2. Hayes comes in 23-6 and leading the Jayhawk League. Here's how the Larks will go tonight. Ryan Randall will lead it off. He's out of Abilene Christian. He will play second base. R.J. Williams will be over at shortstop out of UT Arlington. He will bat second. Hitting third will be Wyatt Divis. He'll be the designated hitter. He is also out of UT Arlington. In the cleanup spot will be Eastern Kirk. He'll be over at third base out of Wallace State. John Renzel will play first base and hit fifth. He's out of Eastern Michigan. Clayton Raspberry will be out in right field. He will hit sixth. He's out of Grayson Community College. Matt Munoz out of Abilene Christian will hit seventh and play center field. Cole Solomon will play left field and hit eighth. And rounding out the order will be the catcher, Scott Wolfton, out of Hutchinson Community College. Get to the defense from the Aviators in just a moment. Here's Ryan Randall out of Abilene Christian. Did not play last night. Steps in from the left side, hitting .340 on the season. And the first pitch from Andres Hackman. Swung on and missed. And a good start for the Aviators. First pitch weather, a steamy one today. 92 degrees. Heat index with humidity right at around 100. Not much breeze. Wind out of the south at 5. That is fouled down our way. And he's in the hole 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Randall, this second baseman. Strong Abilene Christian and UT Arlington connection with this club. 2 fantastic programs. And the 0-2 has popped foul just over our heads. So Hackman filling it up early here in the ballgame. Top of the first, still time to get out here if you're in the area. It is Family Week, Aviator Family Week. Lots of activities going on. So come on out if you're in the area. If not, settle back, get you something cold to drink, and tune us in. That pitch is wide, 1-2. Aviators 8-23 on the season. It's been a struggle on the mound all year long. And the 1-2 is popped up. Looks like the center fielder, Cross, he is under it and makes the play. So leadoff man is retired here in the top of the first. 1 out. Here's the defense for the Aviators. Left to right in the outfield will be Quirk, Cross, and Nogalski. Nixon over at third base. Gutierrez at short. Kennedy at second base. Jaquetta over at first. Byron Smith behind the dish, and on the mound is Andres Hackman out of Minot State. And here's R.J. Williams, and he takes a fastball in there for a strike. Williams, the shortstop tonight, hitting .296. And the 0-1 from Hackman, the right-hander, that's high, 1-1. Williams 3 for 6 last night. A lot of offense produced last night by Hayes. And the 1-1. That is a broken bat, 1 hopper to the shortstop, Gutierrez. He's up with it over to first in time. So Williams is retired. First 2 guys in the lineup are retired. So a good start here for the Aviators. It's a good change of pace by Hackman there. He's able to get Williams out in front of it. And an easy ground ball. 2 out. Here's Wyatt Divis. UT Arlington, 2 for 4 last night. He'll step in from the left side, heavy left-handed presence, so right on left matchup. Hackman with the sign, kick, here it is. Boy, that's a good fastball at the knees, and he's ahead in the count. Oh, and 1 now, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the first, swung on and missed. And no balls and 2 strikes to Divis. Oh, and 2 outs. Here it is. And that's high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just underway. Top of the first, no score. Here from Haysville in southern Kansas. And the 1-2. That is high and away, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hackman trying to get the Larks in order. Here it is. That is in there for a call strike at the knees, and Divis will go down looking, and that'll do it for the Larks. We've played a half an inning. They go in order. No score from Haysville. We'll be back. And welcome back. Go to the bottom of the first. No score from Haysville. Larks went in order. Here's how the Aviators will go. Carter Cross out of the University of Nebraska will lead it off and play center field. Shea Gutierrez will be over at shortstop. He's out of Incarnate Word. Nigel Williams will hit in the 3 spot, the designated hitter out of Lake Erie. In the cleanup spot will be the first baseman, Luke Giacchetta out of Cochise Community College. Damon Nixon out of Florence Darlington Tech will hit 5th and play third base. Byron Smith will do the catching. He's out of Point Loma. He will hit 6th. Zach Nogalski will be out in right field. Wisconsin-Milwaukee. He will hit 7th. Hitting 8 will be Campbell Quirk. He will play left field, and rounding out the order will be the second baseman out of Seward County Community College, Jordan Kennedy. Aviators are coached by Lance Spongeberg and Michael Thompson. 8-23 on the season. They are 0-4 against the Larks this summer. So here is Carter Cross. He will step in from the right side. He is in center field tonight. Defensively, for the Larks, left to right in the outfield, Solomon, Munoz, and Raspberry. Kirk over at third, Williams at short, Randall at second base, Renzel over at first, Wolverton doing the catching, and on the mound would be Mason Myree. And Myree's first pitch is in there at the knees, a called strike. Cross hitting .239. And the 0-1 from the left-hander. Swung on and missed. Good hack there from Carter Cross. Comes up empty. Cross in the hole 0-2 early. Bottom of the first, no score. .2. Swung on and missed. And that'll do it for Cross. So 1 out on the inning. That'll bring up Shea Gutierrez.
Now up for the Aviators, number 1, Shea Gutierrez.
One of a couple of guys hitting more than 300 on the team. That would be Gutierrez and Williams. He is next. Gutierrez out of Incarnate Word, pretty much an everyday player, second and short. Got him at shortstop today. First pitch to him is popped up. First baseman Renzel, a couple of steps back, and he will make the play. So, first 2 guys for the Aviators retired. Gutierrez not happy with himself. And that will be out number 2. Nigel Williams now out of Lake Erie College. Designated hitter tonight. He'll hit from the right side. 308 on the season. 8 runs driven in. First pitch swing, that is fouled back. Both pitchers pounding the zone early. What little wind we do have is coming in from the south-southeast, so that's blowing out. Pitch is high, 1-1 now. Just enough of a breeze to keep the gnats away. In case you're keeping track at home. 1-1, that is high, 2-1 now. This is Family Week. Tomorrow night, City of Haysville night. We're going to honor the partnership that the City of Haysville has with this club. 3-1 now to Nigel Williams. So if you live in the City of Haysville, we encourage you to come out. 3-1, that's inside. So Williams will draw a 2-out walk here in the bottom of the first. So Williams will be the first base runner of the ball game. Here's the cleanup man, Luke Giacchetta. .191 on the season, and most days in a row not washing his pants. Not sure that's an official stat, but it ought to be. First pitch swinging, and he swings through it. No balls and a strike now to the utility player out of Cochise. And the 0-1 is fouled back. 0-2 now. Aviators hitting .230 as a team, giving up just a smidge more than 7 runs a ball game. Oh, and 2, here it is. Swung on and missed. Good hack there from Jaquetta. And he will stay alive. Pretty good crowd starting to filter in. A lot of families I have seen that have made the trip. We appreciate it. It's always neat to see your kids and give them money. And the 0-2. Good. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed. Had him out in front, and that'll do it. So the Aviators are going to strand one. We've played 1 inning from Haysville. No score. We'll be back.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market. Plenty of summer activities and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. Go to the top of the second. Welcome back. Former Wichita State pitching coach would call that perfect. It'll be Kirk Renzel and Clayton Raspberry scheduled here in the top of the second. No score from Haysville, just underway. Here is Easton Kirk. Steps in from the left side, hitting .423. First pitch swinging, that is bounced to the second baseman. Kennedy up with it over to first, and that'll do it. So 1 pitch and 1 out. That's how you do it. 1 out. Here's John Renzel.
Next up, number 33, John Renzel.
Big strapping left-hander out of Eastern Michigan, hitting .310. 1 for 4 last night. First pitch from Hackman. That misses wide. Ball 1. Smith held it there for a second. Hopefully the umpire would reconsider. Nothing doing. Tomorrow night, City of Haysville night. So you want to come out. Friday. Here's a big one. And that is swung on to left field. Quirk can't find it. And that's way foul and over his head. So unable to find that one, but that lands way foul. Tomorrow, or Friday night, we will be celebrating the 5th year anniversary of the Haysville Aviators. Lots of activities, so you're not going to want to miss that. And the 1-1. That is in there for a strike at the belt. I think Renzel might have thought that was inside, but 1-2 nonetheless. 310 on the season. That is driven to center. Cross has a beat on it and will haul it in. Made it look easy. And that's out number 2. 2 down now.
Next up, number 15.
Hackman has faced the minimum through an inning and 2/3. Clayton Raspberry now out of Grayson Community College. Another left-hander hitting .306. Right fielder tonight. And a pitch from Hackman. That misses outside. Pretty good fastball. Ball and no strikes. Aviators on the wrong end of a 15-2 loss last night. And the 1-0, that is fouled back, 1-1. Hackman has appeared in 6 games, all starts, 34 and 2/3 inning of work. He is 2-2. He's given up 35 hits, 26 runs, 46 strikeouts, 14 walks, 3.89 ERA, one of the best on the team. Actually, second best, 1-1. That is in there for a strike, 1-2. And here's a 1-2. That is fouled back. Well, Raspberry putting up a good fight. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Remember, fans, all foul balls are on the property of the Haysville Aviators and can be returned to the concession stand for a small price.
Sixth pitch of the at-bat to Raspberry coming. Here it is. That is just low. Really good spot from Hackman. Didn't get it. 2-2. Tough pitch to take there by Raspberry. He will get away with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Nobody on. Top of second, no score. And that misses wide. 3-2. So Hackman trying to win the battle here with a 3-2 count, 2 outs. Larks still trying to get their first base runner aboard. And the 3-2, that is low, and he'll walk him. So a 2-out walk issued to Raspberry, first base runner of the ball game for the Larks. And it comes with 2 outs in the top of the second. Matt Munoz now, Abilene Christian product. He'll step in from the left side, hitting .326. Center fielder tonight. Runs very well. So tomorrow night, Haysville, City of Haysville night, Friday night is the 5-year celebration. Saturday night is family night. Pictures. And that is going to get by the catcher. That will be a pass ball. And Raspberry down to second. Very rare there from Byron Smith to let one get by him that doesn't get in the dirt. Usually very sure-handed. Ball and no strikes. Runner now in scoring position with 2 outs. We're in the top of the second. Still no score. Aviators were down 5 this time last night. And the 1-0. That is driven to left center. And that'll get over the head of Carter Cross and roll to the wall. 1 run will score. Cross is up with it. And Munoz will be into third base with a triple. So the Larks strike first. Pretty good piece of hitting there by Matt Munoz. He just went out and got a pitch on the outside corner. Went with it and drove it in the alley into left center. So he'll be credited with an RBI. Larks now lead at 1-0, top of the first, top of the second. So the base on balls is going to come back and haunt the Aviators. That was a 2-out walk issued to Raspberry. He scores on the triple on from Munoz. Here is Cole Solomon, Fort Scott Community College. First pitch to him. That's in there for a strike at the knees. Good pitch there from Hackman. And he's ahead in the count 0-1. Larks 23-6. Aviators 8-23. And the 0-1. That is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looked like he might have crossed Smith up on that one. Caught it very awkwardly. Runner at third base, 2 outs. Hackman trying to get out of it. And that's in there for a strike. Good fastball. That'll put Hackman ahead 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Munoz over at third base with a triple. And the pitch. That is fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Was pitch number 17 of the inning for Hackman. He retired Kirk and Renzel to start the inning. Looked to be cruising along. A walk to Raspberry and a triple to Munoz. And you're all caught up. And the 1-2 swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So Solomon will go down swinging. Hayes will leave a man, but they will get a run. They lead it 1-0 after 1.5. We'll be right back.
Why wait for the things you want? Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease. Why wait for a killer TV or audio system?
I don't wanna wait.
Why wait for efficient new kitchen and laundry appliances? Why wait for furniture with style or a comfortable new mattress? Get it now. Why wait for an awesome new computer? Get the leading brands, the latest styles, and the hottest features, all with flexible payments you can afford. No credit needed, no hassles, and delivery is included. Everyone is approved. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease.
I don't wanna wait anymore.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Are you ready?
And we're back. We go to the bottom half of the second. Larks lead at 1-0. They get 1 in the top of the second, courtesy of a 2-out walk. 5, 6, and 7 scheduled for the Aviators be Nixon, Smith, and Nogalski. Here is Damon Nixon. He will hit right-handed against the left-handed Myrie. Nixon, a switch hitter, hitting .263 out of Florence Darlington Tech. First pitch to him. It swung on and missed. Strike 1. So Myrie had also a very efficient first inning. Only allowed 1 base runner and threw 13 pitches. So both pitchers had good first innings. That is wide, 1-1. Nixon over at third base tonight. Played second last night. That is popped foul. He's been over at second base, third base, first base, and has done some designated hitting. So a very versatile player in the name of Damon Nixon. .263, and a 1-2 floats high. 2-2 now. And that's high, 3-2. So Myrie is threatening to walk the leadoff man here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 3-2. That is high and away, and he does just that. So the Aviators with the tying run aboard. Myrie out of Prima Junior College. Appeared in 8 games this year. Has had a couple of starts, 23 innings of work. 15 hits, 8 runs, and a very stingy 2.73 ERA. Here is Byron Smith, catcher out of Point Loma, 232. Will hit from the right side. Tough weekend in Dodge City, went over. And that is wide, ball 1. I don't think I've ever seen a young man go 3 games without getting a base hit. Something tells me he'll right the ship tonight. And the 1-0 from Myrie. That is popped up right side. Renzel giving chase over near the fence. And he won't come up with it. A lot of room here at Vulcan Field. Renzel had a long way to go. Tough play for any first baseman to catch it over their left shoulder running almost in the other direction. Ball and a strike to the catcher out of San Diego. Here it is. That is bounced back to the pitcher. Over to short for 1. Back to first. Throw is high. Not in time. So Nixon is forced at second. One out now in the inning.
Next up, number 25.
Smith will reach on the fielder's choice. Squared it up pretty well, but it was right back to the pitcher. Here is Zach Nagalski. Smith over at first base. Right fielder hitting 177. And the first pitch, it's fouled straight back. Myrie with a check. And the pitch, that is fouled back. 0-2 now to Nagalski out of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. "15 strikes, 9 balls for Myrie. Pretty good ratio. Smith over at first. Swung on and missed. Throw down to first. Smith is back easily. So Nagalski will go down swinging for out number 2. This will bring up Campbell Quirk, the left fielder out of Monmouth. Was raised about half of his childhood in Australia. Very interesting young man. His dad is in town this week. Nice visit with him. First pitch to him. That is wide. Ball 1. Quirk hitting 175. 3 runs driven in on the season, 10 hits. And the 1-0, that is high and away. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs. Nixon let it off, walked. Smith grounded back to the pitcher. The double play did not pan out, and Nagalski struck out. And you're up to date. And the 2-0. That's an off-speed pitch in there. It catches the inside corner at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1. That is in there at the knees. Good fastball from Myrie. So Myrie 1 pitch from getting out of it. Aviators on base percentage is only .332, so that's going to hurt him in the run scoring category. And the 2-2. That just misses. That is outside. Pitcher Myrie wasn't ready for the ball to come back and took one off the chest. Coaches always told us when we were little, hit our partner in the chest. Oh, that's exactly what Wolverton did. Looks like he's going to be okay. 3 balls and 2 strikes now, 2 outs. Smith will be off with a pitch. That's going to float high. Good at bat there by Campbell Quirk. And a 2-out walk. First and second, 2 out. 9-hole man Jordan Kennedy. New guy, just been with the club about a week, out of Seward. First half of the summer, or first 3/4 of the summer with the Salina Shock. Couple of home runs. First pitch. And we're back. Go to the home half of the third. We're all tied at 1. Aviators get out of a big-time jam. We understand we lost the internet for a while. We appear to be back online, so we are all tied at 1. Hayes threatened in the top of the third. A couple of guys on. One guy was picked off. That helped. And the Aviators were able to get out of it and strand that runner at third base. So the Aviators got 1 in the second. We're all tied up at 1. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for the Aviators. It'll be Gutierrez, Williams, and Jaquetta. And the first pitch. And he's swinging. And will the ballpark hold it? That is off the wall. So Gutierrez, first pitch swinging. That is off the wall. That is mishandled in left field by Solomon. And Gutierrez will make him pay for it, so that will be a double and an error. So Solomon a little lackadaisical picking the ball up out there in center field. He lost it first off the bat, but he wasn't going to get it anyway. It was smoked off the bat of Gutierrez. Here is Nigel Williams. First pitch to him is high. Williams a walk in the first. 3:08 at the start of the game. Williams in the DH spot out of Lake Erie College. And the pitch, that is driven to right field. That ought to be deep enough. Raspberry going back. He will make the catch. And Gutierrez tags. And the Aviators have taken the lead here in the bottom of the third, 2-1. So a totally different ball game than last night. So a very productive out for Williams. Credit him with a sacrifice fly. 1 out on the inning. Cleanup guy now, Luke Jaquetta out of Cochise College. Oh for 1 tonight. First pitch swing, that is bounced foul. Fielded nicely by Coach Spongeberg. A little bit to his right-hand side. Probably needs to get in front of that. We'll go back to the film and look at that later. No balls and a strike to the first baseman. And that's a fastball right in there. Looked like he took a little off. 0-2 now to Jaquetta. 191 on the season. And the 0-2. That's going to be inside. Ball and 2 strikes to the first baseman. Pretty good crowd of family on hand tonight. It is family week. 1-2. Floats high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. Gutierrez led it off with a double that ended up into a triple. And a 2-2. That is driven to right field. Raspberry on the run. Near the line. Foul. Long run there for Raspberry. Tough sun field out there right now. He is looking right into the setting sun. So the second baseman, first baseman, and the right fielders will be battling that. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 2 of the series. Hayes took game 1 last night, 15-2. Aviators lead it here in the in the bottom of the third. That is swung on and missed. They lead it 2-1. Hayes got 1 in the second. Aviators got 1 in the second and 1 here in the third. 1 out, nobody on. Very little breeze here at the ballpark. Very pleasant. 2-2. That is going to be off his foot, so he will wear that one. He will hobble down to first base with 1 out. Wolverton out to talk to him. It'll be Damon Nixon. Walked in the second and was stranded. Actually was forced. Nixon hitting .263 out of Florence Darlington Tech. Switch hitter will hit from the right side against the lefty Myrie. Runner at first base, that'll be Jaquetta. First pitch is high and away. Only took Myrie 37 pitches through 2 innings. He has thrown 10 this inning. That is high and away. 2-0 now to Nixon. Nixon has driven in 11. And time is called. Catcher's going to go out and talk to him. Looks like Frank Leo, the manager for the Larks, is going to talk. While we got a minute, let's do a little This Day in Baseball History, shall we? Let's see what we have. What is today, the 18th? 18th of July. What happened on the 18th of July? In 1987, the Yankees' Don Mattingly homers in his 8th consecutive game, tying Pittsburgh's Dale Long's 1956 record that will also later be equaled by Seattle's Ken Griffey Jr. in 1993. So, on this day in 1987, Don Mattingly homers in his 8th consecutive ball game. Looks like some activity now in the Lark bullpen. Looks like Sam Slusser will be getting loose. Conference is over. 2 balls and no strikes to Nixon. And the pitch. That misses low. 3-0. Good take there by Nixon. And a 3-0. That is popped foul. Looks like they turned him loose. Three balls and 1 strike now. Nixon does have some power. And a 3-1. That is going to miss outside. So a hit by pitch and now a walk to Nixon. So that's be his second walk of the ball game. One out first and second now. Here is Byron Smith out of San Diego. Was at Point Loma last spring. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. Scored on Jordan Kennedy's single in the second. First and second, here's the first pitch from Myrie. inside, almost hit him. 1 ball and no strikes. Myrie appears to have lost a little bit of command here in the third. We apologize for the technical issues. The internet comes and goes. And the 1-0 is high and away. Well, Smith can step back and look for a spot right here. Had 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. That's a good, healthy cut. And he fouls it back. 2 balls and a strike now to Byron Smith, the catcher. 232 on the season. Been sharing duties with Nate Stoltz. And the 2-1. Swung on and missed. That's a good fastball for Myrie. And that'll even it up 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, first and second. Aviators have taken the lead here in the bottom of the third. They lead it 2-1. And that's high and in, and he will play that one off his helmet. So Smith will be awarded second base, or first base, on the hit by pitch. So second hit by pitch of the inning, and they're loaded.
Now up number 25, Zach Galsky.
So Jaquetta down to third, Nixon down to second, and Smith over at first with 1 out. Looks like we are going to make a change. Frank Leo out of the dugout, and he is going to go to his bullpen. Looks like they will go with Sam Slusser out of the Colorado School of Mines. Get you some numbers on him in just a moment. We can find them. Didn't have any wind all night long until I get ready to start looking for something. Game 2 of 3. So Mason Myrie will be lifted for Slusser. He's the right-hander out of the Colorado School of Mines. Has appeared in 6 games, 17 in the third innings of work. He's given up 8 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. 2-0 on the season, a 1.55 ERA. So a very stingy summer for Sam Slusser so far. This last fall, he appeared in 15 games. He got 1 start. He was 1-5, gave up 27 hits, 15 runs, and had an ERA of 5.5. So a little better summer than spring for Sam Slusser. He will take over for Mason Myrie. So both runners on base are Myrie's responsibility, or all the runners are Myrie's responsibility. Here is Zach Nagalski. He will hit with the bases loaded. Looks like the corners are going to be in. We are ready to go. Nagalski 0 for 1. Strikeout victim, and he takes a strike. 0 balls and a strike. Aviators with the opportunity to blow this thing wide open right here. They lead it 2-1. Bases loaded, 1 out. That is driven to right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Nixon. He's around third, and he will score. The run is cut off, so a 2-run single for Nagalski. And it's 4-1 now, Haysville. So Jaquetta and Nixon will score on the play. Nagalski with 2 RBIs on the base hit, and he is aboard. Smith down to second base, still only 1 out. 4-1 now, Aviators. Here's Campbell Quirk out of Monmouth. Walked in the second. 175 on the season. Right on left matchup. Pitch from Sluicer. First pitch swinging, that is fouled back. 0-1. So Sluicer takes over in the third. He will be charged with at least 4 runs. Off-speed pitch is in there at the knees. And Quirk in the hole, 0-2. Quirk in left field tonight. Time is called. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. First and second. That is wide. 1-2 now. Manny Garcia's family is in attendance tonight, so is Campbell's dad. So a lot of family here with Family Week. That is swung on and fouled back. 1-2. Still first and second, 1 out. Gutierrez led it off with scored a double with an error, so a triple. Good hustle play by Shea. And a 1-2. And he holds up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good take there by Quirk. City of Haysville night tomorrow night here at the ballpark. 7 o'clock first pitch. Don't want to miss that. We're celebrating our relationship with the city of Haysville. And the 2-2 is fouled back. If you're a Haysville resident or Wichita resident, come on out and celebrate the support from the city. Quirk hitting in the 8th spot. 2-2 on him. Still just 1 out. Aviators 3 across so far. Off-speed pitch is in there for strike 3. Quirk not so sure. Looked a little high, but 2 strikes, you just don't know. That'll be out number 2. Kennedy with a base hit and an RBI in the second. He's 1 for 1, so he got his first base hit with the club in the second. First pitch to him is low and away. Ball 1. And the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Good healthy cut there from Kennedy. And that'll even it up 1-1. 2 outs now, runners at first and second. And the 1-1. That is low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, a strike, 2 outs. Here it is. That's in there, a strike at the letters. 2-2. First and second, Cross would be next. And a 2-2. That is filleted foul down the right-hand side. So just able to keep his hands back long enough. and get a piece of it. Count remains 2-2. And here it is. That's in the dirt. That's smothered nicely by Wolverton. And he'll run it to 3-2. Runners will be off with the pitch. Good at bat by Kennedy. Worked it to 3-2. Here it is. That is fisted foul. So a 7-pitch at bat here for Kennedy. Gets his first hit with the club in the second and drove in a run. The runners will be going. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch from Slusser, and that'll do it. So the Aviators will get 3. They'll leave a couple. We've played 3. Aviators 4. Hayes 1. We'll be right back.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Wait for the things you want. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease. Why wait for a killer TV or audio system?
I don't wanna wait.
Why wait for efficient new kitchen and laundry appliances? Why wait for furniture with style or a comfortable new mattress? Get it now. Why wait for an awesome new computer? Get the leading brands, the latest styles, and the hottest features, all with flexible payments you can afford. No credit needed, no hassles, and delivery is included. Everyone is approved. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease.
I don't wanna wait anymore.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center.
And we're back. We go to the top of the fourth. Haysville get 3 in the bottom of the third. They lead at 4-1 over the Larks. 5, 6, and 7 scheduled for Hayes. Renzel, Raspberry, and Munoz scheduled. Andres Hackman out for inning number 4. 49 pitches through 3 innings, so he is settled in pretty well, only giving up 1 run. That was in the second. Here will be John Renzel, left-handed first baseman out of Eastern Michigan. First pitch to him. That's in there for a called strike. Good start for Hackman. You never know how a pitcher will respond after a long offensive inning like we had just a while ago. Renzel hitting .310. That is wide. 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center field in the second. 1 for 4 yesterday. Ball and a strike. Hackman with the sign. Here it is. That is driven to left field. Quirk back into his right and will haul it in. That was hit right at him. Not as easy as he made it look. Out number 1. One down now. Here is Clayton Raspberry, 306 hitter. Walked and scored the only run in the second. Good fastball from Hackman. That's in there for a strike. Favorable ball to strike ratio for Hackman. 30-19. That is in the dirt. 1-1. Raspberry, big night last night, 3 for 4. Grayson Community College. And the 1-1. That is into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. So a 1-out base hit for Raspberry. And the Larks have a runner aboard with 1 out. Matt Munoz now. One for 1 today, tripled in the second. Runner at first base, nobody out. And that is swung on and missed. Ball and a strike. Excuse me, no balls and a strike. Munoz, the center fielder. And the pitch. That is into left field. Quirk back and to his right. He will get under it and make the play near the line. And that'll be out number 2. Here comes the 8-hole man, Clay Solomon. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Solomon playing left field tonight, hitting .354. 2 for 7 last night. Jacob Boston, a late scratch and a throw over. Boy, Raspberry was leaning a little bit. Two outs, runners at first. 4-1 Haysville. That is driven to center. Cross comes in, and that just gets by him. He's a little bit unsure as to whether or not he was going to come in and maybe lay out for that one. That ball was scalded, so he kind of caught him in between. That'll go as a base hit for Solomon. And he's aboard. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Correction, he is at second base on the play, so the ball did get by Cross and able to go down to second. So here is the 9-hole man, Scott Wolverton. Hutch Community College, hit by pitch in the third. 188 on the season. First pitch to him is inside. Ball 1. Ball and no strike, second and third. 2 outs. Aviators trying to get out of it here in the top of the fourth. Aviators lead it 4-1. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good healthy hack there by Wolverton. He's going to come up empty, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. Second and third. Hackman with a check. Here it is. That is popped foul. That'll be out of play. Chiquetta over to check it out. And that's over the fence. 1-2. Hackman one pitch away from getting out of it. Wolverton hit 278 last spring at Hutch, hitting 188 now. Hits from the right side, very wide stance. And the 1-2. That is bounced through the hole on the left side. One run will score. And the throw was cut off. So Raspberry will score, and that makes it 4-2 Haysville. So a base hit for Wolverton. Runners now at the corners, top of the order now, Ryan Randall. So the Larks get one back. They still trail the Aviators 4-2. Runners at the corners. Here is Randall. He's 1 for 2 today out of Abilene Christian. Right on left matchup. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Hackman doing a good job staying ahead of hitters. Larks Club hitting .293 as a team. They don't miss many. And the 0-1 swung on and missed. Good change of pace from Andres Hackman. And he's way ahead, 0-2. Randall hitting .340, playing second base tonight. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight. The home side almost completely filled. And the 0-2. That is in there. Delayed call strike, and that'll do it. So the Larks are going to get one. They strand a couple. We have played 3.5, 4-2 now. Haysville will be right back.
And see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. Go to the home half of the fourth. Larks get one back, but the Aviators lead it 4-2. Top of the order now will be Cross, Gutierrez, and Williams. Carter Cross out of University of Nebraska. He is 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch to him. Shows bunt and takes a pitch high, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. 2:39 at the start of the day. That is bounced to the left side, slow roller to the shortstop Williams. He's up with it, over to first. Not in time, so Cross runs very well. That'll be an infield hit for Cross. And the Aviators with the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the fourth. Not a whole lot Williams could do. Kind of had to wait on the third hop. But by the time he come up with it and fired across, Cross was on by. Here is Shea Gutierrez. 1 for 2 tonight, a double that turned into a triple. It was a hustle play on Gutierrez's part. 1 for 2, run scored, 3:09 at the start of the day, and he'll wear it. So Sluicer finds himself in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners at first and second, nobody out. No activity yet in the Hayes bullpen. You got to think that might increase the urgency. Nigel Williams now is credited with a sac fly in the third, walked in the first out of Lake Erie College. 3:08 at the start of the day. He's in the designated hitter spot. That would kind of be a day off for Nigel. First pitch swinging. That is through the left side for a base hit. They're going to send the runner. The ball just dies out in left field. And the throw to home is late, and a run will score. So Cross runs very well, scores from second. And Williams in there to second base because the ball went through. So that'll be a base hit and an RBI. And the Aviators lead it 5-2. Second and third now. So Gutierrez down at third base now. Second and third. Still nobody out. Here is Luke Giacchetta. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch is driven to right center or right field. Looks like Raspberry backing to his right. He will haul it in. And a run will score. So Gutierrez will score. That'll make it 6-2 Aviators. 2 runs now here in the bottom of the fourth. The Aviators continue to score. They have scored in the second, third, and here in the fourth. So credit Giacchetta with an RBI. 1 out now in the inning. Runner at second base. Here's Damon Nixon. Couple of walks and a run scored tonight out of Florence Darlington Tech. Sun just moving below the horizon, so a very difficult time to pick up the baseball. And the 1-0, that's going to get by the catcher. And Williams will be down to third on the pass ball. I'm sure they will score that, a pass ball. That didn't hit anything but glove. So a rare miss for Wolverton. And a runner down to third with just 1 out. So a sacrifice fly here would get run number 7 across the plate. Nixon hitting .263. Good swing. But he's going to come up empty. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Runner at third. 2 runs across so far. Infield is going to pull in. Aviators lead it by 4. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a strike. Looks like he took a little off. 2-2. And a 2-2 from Sluicer. That is fouled back. Count remains 2-2, 1 out. Williams over at third. Cross led it off with a base hit. Gutierrez was hit by a pitch. Both of those guys scored on Nigel Williams' base hit. 3-2 now to Damon Nixon. He's driven in 11. I'm sure he would like to make it 12 right here. And the 3-2. That is in there for a called strike. And Nixon will go down looking for out number 2. So it'll be up to Byron Smith to keep things going here in the bottom of the 4th. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 2nd, hit by a pitch and was stranded in the 3rd. 2:32 at the start of the day. He comes from San Diego. Slusser trying to get out of it. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch floats high. That'll be ball 1. Smith has driven in 9 on the season. I'm sure he'd love to make it 10. And the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pretty good pitch there from Slusser right at the knees. And the 1-1. That is inside. Slusser having a difficult time locating the off-speed pitch. 31 pitches since taking over for Myrie. 2-1 is low and away. 3-1 now. So Smith can sit back and look for a spot. Three and one. Slusser with a sign. Here it is. That is high and in. And he'll walk him. So Smith reaches on the base on balls, and that'll bring up Zach Nagalski.
Now up number 25, Zach Nagalski.
1 for 2, a single, drove in a couple in the 3rd. Struck out in the 2nd. 1st and 3rd now. 2 runs across so far here in the bottom of the 4th. 6-2 Aviators. First pitch swinging, and that is foul straight back. Nagalski 177 on the season out of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. He's driven in 13. And the 0-1. That's a good, filthy off-speed pitch. Swung through it. And he's in the hole 0-2. One of the better pitches there from Slusser. The bottom just fell out of that one. 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. Aviators get a couple. They're going to strand a couple. We've played 4. Aviators 6. Hayes 2. We'll be right back.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. Top of the fifth we go. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for Hayes. They trail the Aviators 6-2. It'll be Williams, Divis, and Kirk. Last night in Jayhawk League action, of course, Hayes was over Haysville 15-2. Dodge City beat Great Bend 7-6. And Derby beat El Dorado 8-3. Dodge City's at Liberal tonight, and Derby is at El Dorado. So that's your Jayhawk League update. We'll get to the standings in just a bit. And the first pitch to Williams in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch from Hackman. 65 pitches through 4 innings for Hackman. That is certainly acceptable. And the 0-1. That is into center field for a base hit, so a leadoff base hit for Williams. He's 1 for 3 today. Wyatt Divis now. He is 0 for 1. A walk and a strikeout. UT Arlington, 2 for 4 last night. Walked and was forced out in the third. Runner at first base, that'll be Williams. Pretty good lead. Throw over. He's back in time. Quite a UT Arlington presence on this club. Good buddy Darren Thomas at the helm down there. That is swung on and missed. 0-1. Two runs, 6 hits for the Larks. 6 runs, 5 hits for the Aviators. And the 0-1. That is high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hayes continues to be the top of the Jayhawk League. They're 23-6. Dodge City and Liberal tied at 17-11 for second place. Both 5.5 games out of first place, followed by Derby, 17-14, 7 games out. And the 1-1, that is good fastball, misses outside, 2-1. Divis 2 for 4 last night. Good night for him. Absolutely stunning night for baseball. Not a breath of breeze. Temperature in the low to mid 80s. And the 2-1. That is in there at the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Divis will step out and think about it. Not happy with the pitch. Nonetheless, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like he will call time and step out. Larks hitting .293 as a club. They're giving up about 3.3 runs a game, so they are over their limit on runs allowed. Here's the 2-2. Throw over. Just about gets away from Jaquetta. That throw was into the runner. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Williams led it off with a base hit. Throw over. Aviators have picked off a runner earlier. Ryan Randall was picked off in the third. Still a pretty good lead over there by R.J. Williams. And the pitch. That's in the dirt. Backhanded nicely by Smith. He will throw down. Throw is high. Snagged by Jaquetta. And the tag is late. Pitch number 73 coming now from Hackman. Is yet to get an out here in the fifth. Aviators lead at 6-2. Leadoff man for the Larks is aboard. And a 3-2 misses. So a base hit and a walk, and the Aviators are in some trouble here in the top of the 5th. Looks like Smith is going to go out and talk to his pitcher.
Now up number 25, Easton Kirk.
And the leading hitter for the Jayhawk League, Easton Kirk, is now up. He is 0 for 1 in this game. He was 2 for 3 last night. So Smith done talking to Hackman. Still nobody out first and second. 6-2 Aviators. We're in the top of the 5th. Kirk hitting .423 at the start of the game. He is 0 for 1 tonight. And the pitch. That is smoked. Just off the glove of Kennedy. He will recover and throw to second for the force. That ball was ripped on a line, stretched out as far as he could, got enough leather on it to knock it down and recover to get the run. So Williams will be down to third. Divis is forced at second.
Now up number 33, John.
1 out. John Renzel now out of Eastern Michigan. First and third, 1 out. Renzel 0 for 2, 1 for 4 last night. And the pitch to him, that's high and away. Good fastball from Hackman, just a little wide. Hackman 3.89 ERA on the season, second best on the squad. And the 1-0. That is lifted to right center. Will anybody get there? No, nobody will get there. 1 run will score. Cross is up with it. They will hold the runner at third. So Williams will score. So Renzel hit it about as far as you can hit it in this ballpark and not get it out. So he will be down to second base with a double. Kirk over to third. And second and third now, 1 run across. 6-3 now, Aviators. Looks like Coach Spongeburg will go to the mound and talk about it. No activity yet in the Aviator bullpen, so this appears to be either a stalling tactic or just a conference. Reminder of some up-and-coming activities. Tomorrow night is City of Haysville night. We will be honoring the City of Haysville in the partnership with the Aviators. Friday night will be the 5-year celebration. So the 5th year of the Aviators' existence. Saturday night will be family night, picture night. And Sunday, that will be a 5 o'clock first pitch. That will be faith night, followed by a concert following the ball game. So lots of activities here at the old ball yard, all of them free of charge. So here's Clayton Raspberry, second and third, just 1 out. He is 1 for 1 and takes a strike. Walked and scored in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. 3 for 4 last night. Tall left-handed hitter, right on left matchup. Hackman trying to get out of it. And the 0-1. That is in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Raspberry. Raspberry hitting .306 at the start of the day. Right field tonight. And he is glad the sun went down. And the 0-2. That is to the left side. Gutierrez up with it. And over to third. The tag is applied. Kirk will score. He was going on contact. So Renzel is tagged out at third base. That'll go 6-5 for out number 2. Well, Raspberry will be on with the fielder's choice. No, we don't have any drag racing on the activities bulletin. We probably should. There'd be a category for 3.5 cylinders. And the first pitch to Matt Munoz. That is fouled off his foot. He will walk that one off. 6-4 now. Aviators cling to a 2-run lead. Runner at first base. Munoz 1 for 2, a triple in the second, 2 for 6 last night. No balls and a strike. Hackman with a check. Good lead over there. And the pitch. That is bounced to the first baseman. Giacchetta will smother it on a horrible in-between hop and step on it and take it himself. And that'll do it. So Hayes will strand one. They will get a couple. We have played 4.5. Haysville 6, Hayes 4. We'll be right back.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market. Plenty of summer activities and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. Go to the home half of the 5th. Larks get a couple in the top of the 5th. Score now 6-4 Haysville. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Aviators. Quirk, Kennedy, and Cross scheduled here in the 5th. Quirk will lead it off. He is 0 for 1. Walked in the second and struck out in the third out of Monmouth. The left-hander hitting 175. So Slusser out for inning number 3, 37 pitches. First pitch to Quirk is wide, ball 1. And he swings at the next one, ground ball to the shortstop, Williams. He's up with it over to first, not in time. So Williams has struggled a little bit at shortstop. Got to give the Aviators a little credit. They've been hustling down the line. That'll be an infield hit for Campbell. Quirk. And the Aviators have the lead man aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. Jordan Kennedy now. He is 1 for 2 tonight. Singled and a strikeout. Got to wonder if they may want him to bunt right here. We will see. First pitch is high, ball 1. And the 1-0. That is into left field. That'll get down for a base hit, so that'll be Kennedy's second base hit of the ball game. So he is swinging a hot bat right now. First and second, nobody out. So the bottom third of the order has been doing a job for the Aviators. Top of the order, here's Carter Cross. Singled and scored in the 4th. The Aviators got a couple in the 4th. 3 in the third and 1 in the second. They lead at 6-4. First and second, nobody out. Sluicer in some trouble here. There is some activity in the Larks bullpen. And shows bunt and gets it down the third base line. Good bunt. And Sluicer unable to field it. He would have had to have fielded it perfectly and threw a strike over there because Cross runs very well. Well, that will go as a base hit for Cross. That'll be his second of the ball game. And they're loaded. Bases are loaded, nobody out. We'll see how the Larks want to play it. 8 base hits for the Aviators. First pitch to Gutierrez. Off-speed pitch is bounced to the shortstop. Flips to second for 1. Back to first in time for the double play. A run does score. So a productive out there, but a twin killing. Quirk will score, and that will make it 7-4 Aviators. Nigel Williams now runner at third base. He is going to call timeout and step out. One for one tonight. Walk, a sac fly. And the first pitch to him is in the dirt, smothered nicely by Wolverton. Kennedy over at third. He is 2 for 3 tonight. First pitch, that pitch is swung on and bounced foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Game 3 of the series with Hayes tomorrow night. Then Oklahoma City comes to town for 3. All free admission. So no reason not to come out and support your Aviators. 1 ball and a strike now to Nigel Williams out of Lake Erie. Singled and RBI last time up. That's an off-speed pitch in there. Catches the inside corner, 1-2. Luke Giacchetta would be next. And that is wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 7 hits for Hayes. 7 runs, 8 hits for the Aviators. Here's a 2-2. That's in the dirt. That'll get past the catcher. And Kennedy will score on the wild pitch. And the Aviators get another one. They now lead at 8-4. So Kennedy scores and Quirk scores here in the bottom of the 5th. 8-4 now. Three balls and 2 strikes to Williams. And the pitch to him. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. We have played 5. The Aviators get a couple. They now lead at 8-4 over Hayes. We'll be right back.
Wait for the things you want. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease. Why wait for a killer TV or audio system?
I don't wanna wait.
Why wait for efficient new kitchen and laundry appliances? Why wait for furniture with style or a comfortable new mattress? Get it now. Why wait for an awesome new computer? Get the leading brands, the latest styles, and the hottest features, all with flexible payments you can afford. No credit needed, no hassles, and delivery is included. Everyone is approved. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease.
I don't wanna wait anymore.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Are you ready?
And we're back. Top of the sixth we go. Aviators get one back, or a couple of back, in the bottom half of the fifth. They lead at 8-4. Looks like we're going to go with Hackman one more inning. He is 81 pitches through 5 innings. Gave up a couple in the fifth, one in the fourth, and one in the second. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Larks. It'll be Solomon, Wolverton, and Randall. Here is Cole Solomon. The left-hander steps in and waves at the first pitch, strike one. 3:54 at the start of the day. He's 1 for 2. Fort Scott Community College last spring is in there for a strike from Hackman. He's ahead 0-2. Solomon singled in the fourth, struck out in the second. And the 0-2. That is bounced to the right side. Kennedy up with it. Over to first in time. So the leadoff man is erased. Good news for Aviator faithful.
Next up, number 17, Scott Wolverton.
Here's Scott Wolverton, the 9-hole man. He is also 1 for 1. Single in the fourth, hit by pitch in the third. He'll step in from the right side out of Hutch Community College. And the first pitch to him is behind him. Boy, as a hitter, you're just not prepared for a pitch behind you. You just don't know which way to go. It may only happen to you a couple of times in your playing career, but when it does, it will get your attention. Maybe he's throwing that one at the bull. And the 1-0. That is high. 2 balls and no strikes. And a 2-0. Swung on and missed. Good healthy cut there by Wolverton. He'll come up empty. 2-1. 188 at the start of the day. Doing the catching today. And the 2-1. That is popped up. That Jaquetta giving chase, and that'll be out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes to the catcher out of Hutch. And here's the 2-2. Just missed a bit high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good pitch there from Hackman. Tough pitch to take. So a pretty good plate presence there by Wolverton. Three and 2. Hackman with the check. Here it is. That is a 1 hopper over to Nixon. He's up with it over to first. Throws a little bit wide, but Jaquetta able to keep his foot on there, and that'll be out number 2. Two out now, top of the order. Here is Ryan Randall. Randall 1 for 3 tonight. Struck out in the fourth, singled in the third. Flew out in the first out of Abilene Christian. Skeeters are out if you're keeping track at home. Shows bunt and fouls it back. There is a famous cafeteria there in Abilene. Most everybody my age has been there. No balls and a strike. 2 outs. Top of 6. That is high and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. You can go by yourself to the cafeteria there, but it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to just go by yourself. Usually you go with a group. That is a good change of pace from Hackman. Swung through and missed 1 and 2. So Andres 1 pitch away from getting out of it and getting the Larks in order. He hasn't gotten the Larks in order since the first inning. And the 1 and 2. That is bounced foul. So Randall able to just get a piece of it. And the count remains 1 and 2. Pitch number 95 coming from Hackman. Still no activity yet in the bullpen. Good outing tonight, only giving up 4 runs. Best club in the conference. Off-speed pitch misses wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on top of the 6th. Aviators lead at 8-4. And the 2-2 is high, 3 and 2. So Hackman had him on the ropes, now works to 3 and 2. Randall did not play last night. 3:40 at the start of the day. And a 3-2. That is high and away, and he'll walk him. So a 2-out walk issued to Randall here in the top of the 6th. R.J. Williams now singled and scored in the 5th. He is 1 for 3. Williams out of UT Arlington. Two outs, runners at first base. Solomon led it off with a bounce out to the right side. Wolverton bounced out to the left side. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. And Randall over at first base, he drew out a 2-out walk, and you're up to date. Williams 3 for 6 last night. Very tough out of UT Arlington. And the 0-1. Off-speed pitch. And he held up. A good job of holding up by R.J. Williams. That was a very nasty breaking ball from Hackman. 1 ball and 1 strike. And here it is. Good fastball swung on and missed, 1 and 2. So good velocity there from Andres Hackman. He's 1 pitch away from getting out of it. One and 2, runner at first base, 2 outs. Aviators lead at 8-4. And the pitch. That has popped up. Not exactly sure where it is. First baseman Jaquetta making the call and the play. That was hit a mile high, and that'll do it. So Williams is retired. Larks leave 1. We've played 5.5. 8-4 good guys. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the sixth. Good guys lead at 8-4. New pitcher for the Larks. Looks like they're going to go with number 24. Sloan Baker, right-hander out of Emporia State. 4, 5, and 6 scheduled for Haysville. It will be Jaquetta, Nixon, and Smith. Get you some numbers in just a moment for Baker. First pitch is bounced to the left side, a slow roller to the third baseman. And that is Kirk. He is unable to make the throw. Throw is wide at first, down to second. Throw behind is mishandled, and over to third is Jaquetta. So he will reach on the error. That was a slow roller to the third baseman, Kirk. The throw was a little bit wide, unable to be handled by Renzel. And things continue to unravel for the Larks here in the sixth. Runner over at third, nobody out. Here is Damon Nixon. And the first pitch to Nixon. He will hit from the left side against the right-hander. That is wide, ball one. Nixon 0 for 1, a couple of walks and a strikeout and a run scored. Swings through that one, and the count even 1-1. 8 appearances for Baker so far this year. 8 2/3 innings of work. Swung on and missed. He was a little tardy on that one. He's given up 7 hits and 8 runs. So he has an earned runner average of about 8.3. So very vulnerable on paper. We'll see how the Aviators manage it. That is wide. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baker is 1-0. He's only struck out 5 and walked 6. So 3-2 now to Damon Nixon. Playing third base tonight. And a 3-2 is fouled back. And we'll do it all over again. Aviators hitting only .230. I talked to Coach Spongeberg about a month ago, and he said by this time in July he would like to see it up around .270. It's not quite there yet. So that is high, and he'll walk him. So the third walk of the ball game for Damon Nixon. Runners at the corners now, still nobody out. That'll bring up the catcher, Byron Smith. Baker, very limited duties at Emporia, only 2 2/3 innings of work last spring. Gave up 5 runs. So not a whole lot of experience for Baker in the last 6 months. Here's Byron Smith. Walk, hit by pitch, and a fielder's choice. So looking for his first base hit of the ball game. Be a good time. And he takes an off-speed pitch high. Ball one. There's no activity in either bullpen at the moment. 8-4 Aviators. We're in the bottom of the sixth. And the 1-0. That's high and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0, nobody out. Runners at the corners. And the 2-0. Looks like he's going to step towards third. And that was, looks like the run is going to go home. And he will be out. So it looks like he stepped towards third, kinda. The old step towards third and back to first move. And Nixon was hung out to dry. Jaquetta tried to score and was thrown out at the plate. So that was a little on the fringe of being legal from where we're sitting. We have a fantastic vantage point of a pitcher's move. So whether or not he stepped towards third is, well, that's a little bit debatable and probably had some Russians involved in it. But anyway, 1 out now. Looks like they're going to talk about it. Looks like there's some activity now in the bullpen over on the Hayes side. So 1 out now in the inning. Nixon down to third. Smith, 2 balls and no strikes to him. Ryan Rudder getting loose out of Fort Hayes also in the bullpen. And a 2-0. That is low. 3 balls and no strikes. You got to wonder if they may turn Smith loose here. He is definitely due. I know he would like to take a rip if he got one in their bell tie. We'll see. Here's the 3-0. That is a off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1. Three balls and a strike. 1 out. Runners at second base. And a 3-1. That's bounced foul. Looked like to be out ahead of it just a smidge. And that'll run it to full. Same 2 clubs tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you. City of Haysville night, so we're going to celebrate the partnership with the City of Haysville and the Aviators. It's a fantastic partnership. They have supported this club since day one. Speaking of that, Friday night, we will be celebrating our 5th year anniversary. So the Aviators have been in existence for 5 years. This is year 5. So a lot to celebrate. So come on out. There'll be some special things happening. 3-2, 1 out. Here it is. That is wide. And he'll walk him. So the second walk of the game for Smith.
Now up number 25, Zach Nadolski.
First and second now, Zach Nagalski. 1 for 3, a couple of RBIs. Struck out in the 4th and the 2nd. Aviators lead at 8-4. We're in the bottom half of the 6th. Aviators had first and third with nobody out, and they picked a runner off. And the first pitch, that's in there for a strike to Nagalski. The Wisconsin-Milwaukee native, 177 on the season. He has driven in 13. And the 0-1 had just missed low and in. 1-1. Third pitcher of the night for the Larks. Myrie came out after the second inning. That is inside. Sam Slusser pitched 3, 4, and 5. And now it's up to Sloan Baker. 2 balls and a strike now to Nagalski, the right fielder. And the pitch swung on and missed, 2-2. Good fastball there from Baker. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nagalski, 1 out. First and second. And that is in there for a call strike. Good slider from Baker, and Nagalski knew it. And he will go down looking. So 2 outs now in the inning. It'll be up to Campbell Quirk to keep things going. He's 1 for 2, a single and a run scored in the 5th. Left fielder is out of Monmouth. Right on left matchup. Dad is here in attendance. Good to visit with him. First pitch is high and away, ball 1. Aviators lead at 8-4. We're in the bottom of the 6th. That is swung on and fouled straight back, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike, 2 outs now. Runners at first and second. And the pitch, that is high and away. 2-1. Two and 1, 2 outs. And time is called. Baker not the fastest of workers. Does seem to have an effect on the Aviators. And a 2-1. That is in there for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kennedy would be next if Quirk was to reach. And the 2-2. Off-speed pitch is wide. Good take there by Campbell Quirk. 3-2. So the runners will be off with the pitch here in the bottom of the 6th. Aviators had a runner at third base with nobody out. And he was thrown out at the plate trying to score on a pickoff. And that's high. And Quirk will draw the walk. So Kennedy will come up with the bases loaded. Kennedy 2 for 3 today out of Seward. This will be his first look at Baker. Singled and scored a run in the 5th. Struck out in the 3rd and singled and drove in a run in the 2nd. And he takes a pitch wide. Ball 1. Looks like Frank Leo is going to come to the mound to talk about it. Looks like they will talk about it, may make a change. Looks like they have motion to the bullpen. It looks like that will be all for Baker. So he will come in. He will exit after 2/3 of an inning. We'll let you know who it is as soon as we can find out. I think it's going to be Ryan Rudder. Rudder out of Fort Hays State. Made 18 appearances over at Fort Hays. 70 innings of work, so he is seasoned. He has given up 106 hits in the spring, and he had an ERA around 7, so does give up some runs. He is a left-hander. So this summer, Ryan Rudder has had 8 appearances, 12 1/3 innings of work, and he's given up 16 hits, so he is hittable. ERA just a smidge under 6. He is 0-1, so on paper he is definitely hittable. So we will see how the Aviators manage him. So he will inherit a 1-ball and no strike count to Kennedy. Game 2 of 3 with the Larks. We'll have Game 3 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Then Oklahoma City comes to town for 3, so it'll be a 7 o'clock game on Friday, 7 o'clock game on Saturday, and on Sunday, first pitch will be at 5 o'clock. So you want to make a mental note of that. 5 o'clock first pitch on Sunday. If you're in the area, come on out, watch some baseball, and there will be a free concert afterwards. So it will be Faith Night on Sunday night, and come out and listen to the music. Can't hardly beat it. It will be free. Ball and no strikes to Kennedy. First pitch from Rudder. That is wide. Ball 2. So Baker just lasts 2/3 of an inning. He is lifted for Rudder. And a 2-0. That is wide. 3 balls and no strikes. Bases are loaded. So Rudder at risk of walking one in right here. You got to think that Kennedy will be taking at least 1, maybe 2. Here's the 3-0. That is right down the middle for a call strike, 3-1. Kennedy with a chance to bust this thing wide open right here. And the 3-1. That is in there for a strike. Just caught the inside corner. Pretty good breaking pitch by Rudder. 3-2. I think Kennedy thought it was ball 4. 3-2 now. 2 outs in the inning, and the bases are loaded. And here it is. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So Kennedy will go down swinging. Aviators will leave them loaded. We have played 6. Good guys 8. Hayes 4. We'll be right back.
Haysville now.
And welcome back. Go to the top of the 7th. The Aviators strand a bunch in the 6th. They don't get any more. They still lead at 8-4. Looks like Hackman will go out for inning number 7. This will be pitch number 102 for him. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Larks. Divis, Kirk, and Renzel scheduled. Here is Wyatt Divis, the designated hitter. 0 for 1 tonight. UT Arlington product, 2 for 4 last night. And the first pitch from Hackman in there on the outside corner for a call strike. So a good start there by our Hackman. Good news was that we had a fairly long offensive inning, so Hackman had a little chance to hydrate and rest. So Kyle John now making his way to the bullpen. He will be called upon to finish this thing probably. And that is wide, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Really?
1-1, no outs, top of the 7th. 8-4 Aviators. That is low. 2-1. Divis walked in the 5th and was forced out. A couple of walks and a strikeout. And that is in there for a strike. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hackman trying to stretch another inning out of that old right arm. Here it is. That is in there for a call strike at the knees, so Divis will go down looking. Not too happy with it. He will go back to the dugout muttering himself, and that is out number 1.
Next up, number 25, Easton Kirk.
4th strikeout of the ball game for Hackman. And here is Easton Kirk. Looks like the umpire is going to walk over and remind Wyatt Divis that the world will not come to an end. Looks like he has been given a warning about talking about balls and strikes. That was a very good pitch from Hackman right at the knees. Tough pitch to take. And the first pitch to Easton Kirk is fouled over our head. 0-1. Kirk hitless tonight, 2 for 3 last night. Did reach on a fielder's choice in the 5th and scored. That is bounced off the leg of Jaquetta. That ball is absolutely scalded. A 1 hopper to Jaquetta. Stayed in front of it, but unable to corral it. It bounced all the way back to shortstop. It's corralled by Gutierrez, so Kirk will reach on a base hit.
Next up, number 33,
John Renzel now out of Eastern Michigan. Doubled and was stranded in the 5th. He is 1 for 3. And the first pitch from Hackman. That is wide, ball 1. Kyle John continues to loosen in the bullpen. And the 1-0 runner at first. And the pitch. That is bounced to the right side foul. 1-1 now. Divis led it off, struck out looking, and Easton Kirk with a scalded infield base hit. He is at first base. 1 ball and a strike now to Renzel. Right on left matchup. He is out of Eastern Michigan. And the pitch, that is wide. Almost gets away from Smith. He has to jump out there pretty far to his left to snag that one. Renzel 1 for 4 last night. Game has slowed down significantly. It's coming up on 9:30 Central Time. Still in the top of the 7th. And a 2-1. That is swung on and missed. Just got a piece of it. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Aviators lead at 8-4. Larks struck first in the second. Aviators answered and hadn't looked back since. That is down the left side foul. So hit very well, just foul, about 5 feet. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2 from Hackman. Off-speed pitch. That is into center field. That'll drop. That gets under the glove of Quirk. And the throw into third. And second and third now. So the ball gets under the glove of Kirk. And just like that, second and third with 1 out. That'll be a base hit for Renzel. Looks like Coach Spunsberg will go to the mound. 8-4 Haysville. Looks like they're just going to talk about it. Kind of go through the up-and-coming activities while we're not doing anything. Tomorrow night is City of Haysville night. I'm going to celebrate the relationship with the City of Haysville. Friday night will be the 5-year anniversary of the Aviators, so you're going to want to come out and help us celebrate 5 years of excellence. Saturday night is family night. Picks with your favorite player, your host family, and your biological family. Or if you were raised by wolves, bring them. And Sunday night, it'll be a 5 o'clock first pitch. And followed by a concert. It'll be Faith Night. So lots to do here. No admission any of those nights. But you don't have an excuse. Unless your probation officer says you can't come, you should be here. Clayton Raspberry now, second and third, just 1 out. So the Aviators kind of having a little trouble getting out of their own way here in the top of the 7th. First pitch is high and away. That'll be ball 1. Ball and no strikes, second and third. Smith continues to loosen in the bullpen. And the pitch. That is high and away. 2-0 now. Got to wonder just how much longer they will go with Hackman. That was pitch number 115. And a 2-0. That is in there at the knees. 2-1 now. Good pitch there from Andres Hackman and velocity. Two balls and a strike, 1 out. Raspberry 3 for 4 last night. 1 for 2 tonight. And the 2-1 from Hackman. That is grounded to the second baseman, Kennedy. He's up with it over to first in time. A run will score. So Hayes gets 1 back. 2 outs now. Renzel over to third. 8-5 now, Haysville. Here is Matt Munoz. Step in from the left side out of Abilene Christian. He is 1 for 3. 2 for 6 last night. So he's been a tough out the last couple of days. Tripled in the first, actually in the second. First pitch. That is through the hole on the left side. That'll be a base hit for Munoz. And he is aboard. A run will score. That will make it 8-6. 2 runs across here in the top of the 7th. Larks get 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and a couple here in the 7th. They trail the Aviators 8-6. So it looks like we're going to make a change. Looks like Coach Spongeberg to the mound. That'll be all for Hackman. He gets a nice hand, well-deserved hand. 120 pitches. Gives up 6 runs. Does have a runner aboard that is his responsibility. But it will be up to Kyle John to keep the Larks at bay. So John out of Texas State University, he is a right-hander. He will come on to try to hold down the Larks here in the top of the 7th. They've gotten a couple. Things started out pretty well for the Aviators here in the 7th. They got a leadoff strikeout and then a couple of base hits and a few miscues there in the outfield. And you're up to date. Give you some numbers for the big right-hander out of Texas State. He has appeared in 16 games this summer, 24 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 34 hits and 19 runs. He has struck out 32 and only walked 7, so a very, very much in command type of pitcher. He has an earned run average of 6.20. So he will inherit a runner at first base with 2 outs here in the inning. So Hackman can only win it. Hopefully John can come on and close the door here in the 7th. We can get in and hit some more. So John will face the 8-hole man Cole Solomon and Scott Wolverton if he is able to get aboard. Game 3 of this series tomorrow night. Hayes took game 1 last night 15-2. Run through the standings again while we got a little time. Hayes leads it. They're 23-6. Dodge City and Liberal are tied. They're both 5.5 games out of first place at 17-11, followed by Derby 17-14. So there are your standings. Here is Cole Solomon. He'll step in from the left side. He is 1 for 3. Bounced out last time up, singled in the 4th. Runner goes. Throw down is high and backed up nicely by Kennedy. Able to hold the runner there at second base, so credit Munoz with a stolen base, so he is in scoring position. He can, with a base hit, they can cut it to 1 run right here. Solomon out of Fort Scott Community College, 2 for 7 yesterday. And that is wide. 2 balls and no strikes. Scoreboard has 1-1. I'm thinking that first pitch that he tried to throw out was a ball high, so I'm thinking it's 2-0. Runner at second base. Do know about that. That is wide. New baseball for Kyle John. Runner at second base. 2 runs across so far here in the top of the 7th. Aviators cling to a 2-run lead. John trying to get his club off the field. 9 hits now for the Larks, or actually 10 hits. That is in there for a strike. And 2-2. 10 hits for the Larks, only 8 hits for the Aviators. couple of errors for the Larks. Is very uncharacteristic of them. Two balls and two strikes. Here it is. That's an off-speed pitch, misses wide, 3-2. Really didn't get on top of that breaking ball very well. Kind of slung that one. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner at second. And the pitch. Just missed inside. Pretty good spot. And he'll walk him. So Solomon draws the walk. And we will go to the 9-hole man, Wolverton. First and second. Here is the catcher out of Hutch Junior College. 1 for 2 today, singled in the fourth. Was hit by a pitch in the third. Tying run now at first base. Go ahead run now at the plate. Kyle John on to try to take care of business here in the top of the seventh. And that is wide. He's only thrown one strike, and this is hitter number 2. And the 1-0. And the pitch. That is in there. Good strike at the belt. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runs across. First and second. Top of 7. Aviators still lead it by 2. 8-6. And the 1-1. Good change of pace. He swung through it way out ahead. 1-2. So John trying to throw him a chair. He comes in and takes over for Hackman. Hackman with a fantastic outing. And the 1-2. That is low in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Smith. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Aviators trying to get out of it. Hackman started it out, got a couple of outs, and was lifted. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and he got him. So, bad news is Hayes gets a couple. Good news is they're going to strand a couple. We have played 6.5. Good guys 8, Hayes 6. We'll be right back.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market. Plenty of summer activities and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Wait for the things you want. Get it now at Hometown Sales Lease. Why wait for a killer TV or audio system?
I don't wanna wait.
Why wait for efficient new kitchen and laundry appliances? Why wait for furniture with style or a comfortable new mattress? Get it now. Why wait for an awesome new computer? Get the leading brands, the latest styles, and the hottest features, all with flexible payments you can afford. No credit needed, no hassles, and delivery is included. Everyone is approved. Get it now at Hometown.
And we're back. Stretch time in Haysville is over. Take me out to the ballpark in 4-part harmony tonight. Aviators lead at 8-6. Top of the order for the Aviators, Cross, Gutierrez, and Williams scheduled. This is Ryan Rudder's second inning of appearance. He came in and faced one batter through 5 pitches in the 6th. That would be Cross. He attempts to bunt, fouls it off. He is out of the University of Nebraska. 2 for 4 today. Likely that 239 average will go up a little bit. He is in center field tonight. And the 0-1. That's an off-speed pitch. It's bounced to the shortstop. Williams has to come and get it. Good play over there. Has to get it on the short hop. Throw on the run to get the speedy Cross for out number 1. Hate to see Cross retired, but Williams needed to make that play. He has struggled all night long. Here is Shea Gutierrez. 1 for 3 today. Couple of runs scored. Turned a double into a triple. Guy's always hustling. He's out of Incarnate Word. This will be his first look at Rudder. And that's in there for a strike. Rudder came in and faced one batter. That was Jordan Kennedy. Actually came in with a 1-ball count on him. That is fisted down the right field line. Everybody chasing it. That is foul. No balls and 2 strikes now to the shortstop Gutierrez. 3:09 at the start of the day. Doubled and scored in the 3rd, and hit by pitch and scored in the 4th. He is down on the count 0-2. And looks like Rudder is going to step off and start over. Pitchers are a creature of habit. They have a routine. They follow it. They step off. They start over. That is wide. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. That is low, right at the shoe tops. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a 2-2 from Rudder. That is low and in. After having Gutierrez 0-2, he has worked it to 3-2. See who wins it. And that is wide. Good fastball, just missed outside. And Gutierrez is aboard with 1 out.
Now up number 9, Nigel Williams.
Nigel Williams now. 1 for 2. Base hit in the 4th. Was credited with a sac fly. 1 out runner at first base. Williams out of Lake Erie, hitting .308, and he takes a strike. Ball and no strikes to the designated hitter Williams. 4th pitcher of the ball game for the Larks. Throw over to first. Back in time, Myrie started it off. He was lifted in the 3rd. Slusser. Baker relieved him in the 6th, and Baker unable to get out of the 6th. That is bobbled. And a good heads-up play by Gutierrez, and he takes second base. That was textbook base running by Gutierrez. Had a great secondary lead, read the baseball in the dirt, and he is down to second in scoring position with 1 out. Wolverton out to talk to Rudder. He might have crossed him up a smidge. One ball and 1 strike. That is popped down the right side. Looks like Renzel giving chase. He is not going to get there. A lot of room here in foul ground. Great big ballpark. 350 down the lines, 375 in the alleys, and a driver 7-iron to center field. They say it's 425 to center. It's every bit of that. Dead calm here in Haysville, Kansas. You might want to get the date and time on that announcement. We'll take it. 1-2. It's in the dirt. That is smothered and throws to third. Gutierrez was off on the pitch, or at least on the ball in the dirt. Rushed to throw to third, and they will score. That's an insurance run for the Aviators. They now lead it 9-6. So Gutierrez just kind of makes things happen. He reads the ball in the dirt. Wasn't that bad of a play by Wolverton. He kept it close, but he rushed to throw and threw it into left field, and the Aviators get some insurance. 2-2 now to Williams. That is bounced to the left side. Third baseman Kirk up with it. Throws a BB over to first base and retires Williams. 2 outs now.
Now at the bat, number 24, Luke Chiquetta.
Luke Chiquetta now, the cleanup guy. Chiquetta out of Cochise College. This will be his first look at Rudder. Step in from the right side. Here's the pitch. That's an off-speed pitch at the knees for a called strike. Chiquetta 0 for 2, hitless tonight. Reached on an error in the 6th. And he takes a strike at the knees, so he is behind in the count 0-2. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Aviators get a gift from the Larks. They take advantage of it. Great hustle play by Gutierrez down to second and third. And he's hit by a pitch. So that'll be the second time tonight that Chiquetta is hit by a pitch. And he's down to first base with 2 outs. No activity yet in the Larks bullpen. Got to think that the Larks hadn't been in this position very often. So kind of brand new territory for him. Here is Damon Nixon. Going to hit from the right side. He's out of Florence Darlington Tech. 0 for 1 tonight. A couple of walks and a strikeout. Actually 3 walks and a strikeout. So has been on. First pitch to him is ball 1. 2 outs, runner at first. That will be Chiquetta. That is wide, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes now. Walked and scored in the 3rd. Rudder not moving real fast out there, trying to maybe slow the tempo down for the Aviators. And the 2-0, that is wide, 3-0. So 3 straight balls now to Nixon. Three balls and no strikes. That is bounced to the left side. Williams will circle it. He'll come up with it. Throw is up the line, first base side, or actually home plate side. And Renzel able to make the catch and apply the tag, and that'll do it. But Haysville will strand one. They will get an insurance run. We've played 7. They lead at 9-6. We'll be right back.
Sales lease.
I don't wanna wait anymore.
to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Oh, okay. Close enough. And we're back. Go to the top of the 8th. The Aviators get an insurance run. They now lead at 9-6. Looks like they're going to go with Kyle John again. He will pitch the 8th. He came in and threw to a couple of hitters through 11 pitches in the 7th. Top of the order, it'll be Randall, Williams, and Divis, 1, 2, and 3. Randall 1 for 3 today. This will be his first look at Kyle John. And the first pitch, that is to the right side. First baseman Jaquetta up with it, flips to John. And the pitching fielder's practice pays off, and Randall is retired. So good job staying with it. Old Luke Jaquetta had a tough hop over there. Played it off his chest and was able to flip to John. Did not panic. That's out number 1. R.J. Williams now out of UT Arlington. 1 for 4. Right-handed hitter. And the pitch. That is low and away. 3 for 6 last night. Pretty much owned the Aviators. Singled and scored in the 5th. And the 1-0. That is swung through and missed. Good change of pace there from Kyle John. That'll even it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1. That is in there. Good fastball strike at the letters. 1 and 2. Top of the 8th. Aviators lead at 9-6. Aviators looking to even this series up. 1 game apiece. That is in there for a call strike. Good spot by Kyle John, and that'll be his second strikeout. And Williams will go down looking. 2 outs now in the inning. Here is Wyatt Divis.
Next up, number 16, Wyatt Divis.
Smith out to talk to him a moment. Hayes swept the Aviators in the series in Hayes in the last part of June. Here is Wyatt Divis. First pitch to him is wide. Ball 1. Divis hitless today. A couple of walks and a strikeout and a bounce out. 2 for 4 last night. Right on left matchup. And that's high and away. 2-0. Randall led it off, bounced out to the first baseman. R.J. Williams went down looking. And you're up to date. Top of the 8th, nobody on. And the 2-0. That is in there at the knees for call strike 1. 2-1. John out for inning number 2. came in and pitched a third of an inning, took over for Andres Hackman, who went 6 2/3. 2-1. That is foul back. 2-2. So Kyle John trying to get the Larks in order the first time since the first inning. Larks get 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 2 in the seventh. 6 runs on 10 hits for Hayes, 9 runs, 8 hits for the Aviators. And a 2-2. Off-speed pitch is driven to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And Nagalski up with it quickly. And Divis is aboard. So that'll be his first base hit of the ball game. Comes with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Easton Kirk now. Kirk, the third baseman tonight out of Wallace State. Scored a couple of runs. He is 1 for 4. Leads the Jayhawk League in average, 423 at the start of the day. First pitch swinging, that is popped foul. So a big task here for Kyle John. Good news is this is Easton Kirk's first look at Kyle John. Maybe we can get by this one. 2 for 3 yesterday, pretty much manhandled the Aviators. 15-2 win. Hayes hitting .293 as a team. They are 23-6. And the 0-1. That is high and away, 1-1. Not a fantastic ball to strike ratio for Kyle John. 13 strikes, 10 balls. And the 1-1. Here it is. And tried to check his swing. He went around. And that's strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes. Big hitter right here. Very dangerous hitter, Easton Kirk. Let's see what Kyle John comes up with. Here's the 1-2. Off-speed pitch is popped up. Looks like Gutierrez going back. He will make the call and the play, and he will make it. And that'll do it for the Larks in the 8th. They will strand one, and we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Haysville 9, Larks 6. We'll be right back.
Great things are happening in Haysville. A beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities. Great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. Go to the bottom of the 8th. The Aviators cling to a 9-6 lead 6, 7, and 8 scheduled for the Aviators. Smith, Nagalski, and Quirk scheduled. So Byron Smith will lead it off. He's the catcher. He is 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch to him. That is bounced to the left side. Shortstop Williams up with it. Over to first. Throw is up the line. And he's able to apply the tag. And Smith is retired. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Aviators could use a little bit of insurance run here in the bottom of the 8th. One out now. Here's Zach Nagalski. Wisconsin, Milwaukee. 1 for 4 tonight. And the pitch. That is low. Ball 1. 3 strikeouts and a 2 RBI base hit in the 3rd. Right field tonight. That is bounced to the right side. First baseman Renzel gets it on a tricky hop and will take it himself for out number 2. 2 down now. It'll be up to Campbell Quirk to keep things going. Quirk 1 for 2 tonight out of Monmouth. 175 at the start of the day. A couple of walks, strikeout, and a base hit. Left on left matchup. That is low. Ball 1. And the 1-0. That floats in there, a strike at the knees on the outside corner, 1-1. Five, 6, and 7 scheduled for the Larks in the top of the 9th. That is sprayed foul just over the Aviators dugout. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom half of the 8th. 9-6, Aviators. Off-speed pitch is driven to left field. Will the ballpark hold it? Solomon going back. He's unable to come up with it. That will be a double for Campbell Quirk. You know, Solomon wasn't going as hard as he possibly could after that ball. It didn't look like. Looked like it got a little farther than he thought it was going to go. So Quirk is aboard. Second hit of the baseball game for him. Looks like we will have a pinch runner for Quirk. Looks like Garrett McCarthy will run. He has what's described as a night off tonight. So McCarthy will be at second base running for Quirk. Looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound and maybe a change. So we will, looks like they have made the move to the bullpen. We'll let you know who it is as soon as they get within eye shot. Truck says number 35 will be coming in. Don't have a 35 on the roster. So we'll call him Bob. How's that? He's not on the roster. We'll call him Bob. I can remember that. Not real professional, but I don't have the FBI at my disposal to try to find out who these guys are. So Bob is taking over. Looks like a right-hander. I do know that. Looks like pretty good velocity. Bob's a pretty tall guy, 6'2", 6'3", maybe. What do you think, Chris? Yeah, roughly. Right-hander, pretty much over the top arm slot, so They will go to Bob here. We will let you know if we get his real name. So Jordan Kennedy will be up with 2 outs. He will face the right-hander Bob. Well, they announced it, and I was telling the joke and missed it, so my apologies. Blake, did you hear who that guy is? The pitcher? No, okay. You weren't paying attention either. So that's 2 of us. Wasn't paying attention. Blake Knoll joins us now. He is taking care of things in the bullpen. Got a little pitching time the other night. 2 outs now. Runner at second base. Be up to Kennedy to keep things going right here. 2 hits tonight. He is 2 for 4 out of Seward. And the first pitch is high. Ball 1. Pretty good velocity on that pitch. And a 1-0. That is in there at the knees. 1-1. So a pretty good spot there from Bob. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs. Aviators lead it 9-6. Here's the 1-1. That is bounced foul. Looks like Bob's just going to come in and challenge guys with the fastball. What he doesn't know is I know a little bit more about Jordan Kennedy than he does, and Jordan Kennedy feasts on the fastball, so we will see how this works out. 9 hits for the Aviators, 11 hits for the Larks. And a 1-2. Runner goes, swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So Kennedy goes down swinging for out number 3. Aviators are going to strand one. We are going to go to the 9th. The Aviators lead at 9-6. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning here. Actually, top of the 9th, my bad. Turn the scorebook over, Hook. Okay, top of the 9th we go. 3 outs to go. Larks down to their final 3 outs. And it will be 5, 6, and 7. The Kyle Smith will continue. He will face Renzel, Raspberry, and Munoz. So Renzel takes a ball high. I have heard from the truck that was Shane Browning on the mound for Hayes. That is popped up. Looks like Gutierrez is going to make the play. That is near the line And behind third base for out number 1. Big out there for the Aviators. And the Larks now down to their last 2 outs. 1 out here is Clayton Raspberry. So that was Shane Browning out of Angelo State. He came in and pitched to Kennedy and struck him out to end the threat in the bottom of the 8th. My apologies to any Hayes fans, but he was not on our lineup and not in the bulletin. So that is in there for a strike to Clayton Raspberry. He is 1 for 3 today. We do try to have fun up here. A little feedback from the third base coaching box from Coach Leo. Usually very quiet. That is snagged by the first baseman. Flipped to John for out number 2. That is a diving ESPN-type top 10 play by Luke Giacchetta, diving to his right. Snagged a base hit away from Raspberry, and that is out number 2. So 1 out away from a victory over the league-leading Hayes Larks. Here is Matt Munoz. Tough out tonight, 2 for 4. That is a broken bat ground ball to the second baseman. Kennedy, he's up with it over to first for out number 3, and that'll do it. That is a victory for the Aviators. They take it 9-6 over the Hayes Larks. Matter of fact, the Hayes runner, Munoz, didn't even leave the box, so I guess he knew that Kennedy was very sure-handed, and I knew that too. So here are your totals for the Larks: 6 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. Aviators, 9 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The win goes to Andres Hackman, and the loss will go to Mason Myrie. And the Larks will go to, they will go to 23-7. Haysville will go to 9-23. Same 2 teams tomorrow night, game 3 of the series. So for Chris Worrell, I'm Todd Hook, signing off for tonight. We will see you tomorrow night. Rubber game, 7 o'clock first pitch. We'll see you then.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to